The revelations from Tori Spelling's new podcast just keep coming. The 50-year-old Beverly Hills 90210 alum recalled the stress of balancing life with her 5 kids while estranged husband Dean McDermott sought treatment for substance abuse last year, casually mentioning that their family ended up living next to a drug dealer. I honestly had spent the time taking care of the kids and focusing on them, and they weren't ready to see their dad. And I went to see him once when he was in rehab and we were with therapists, and it got painful and argumentative. It was a lot, Spelling said on the Monday, April 8th, episode of her Misspelling podcast. And I didn't feel like he was doing well. There was still a lot of anger and aggression, and so I didn't go back. And I know that hurt him a lot. He felt like we abandoned him when he was going through that process, but I had to do what was right for the kids. We just had to get through and do what was right for them at the time. Spelling noted that she was focused on Liam, 17, Stella, 15, Hattie, 12, Finn, 11, and Beau, 7. That I was in the moment going with 5 kids and their emotions, which were all over the place, while simultaneously being put all over the press that I was homeless and living in an RV, she explained. We had an Airbnb next door to a drug den. Who knew that until the morning when they're like, you need to vacate. And the police showed up and the SWAT, and there's an armed guy next door, and it's like, what? With a hostage. We're like, cool. Yeah, I thought it was a little too quiet over there. Glad I didn't ever go over and knock on the door for sugar. Dunno what I would have gotten. But yeah, our lives didn't stop. My life never stops. There's always something. So I had to just focus. Spelling launched her new podcast on April 1st, days after she filed for divorce from McDermott, 57. In the first episode, she called her spouse to inform him that the paperwork was set. Despite McDermott being the one to announce their separation via social media in June 2023, he was caught off guard that she took legal action. That I feel like I deserve to file first then, Spelling told McDermott on their awkward phone call, which was recorded from her side only for the show. Well, I mean, you basically put it all out there with Daily Mail, like, you said everything that you've done to me over the years. So, I think it would make perfect sense that it's followed up that I would file. Those are things I would never have divulged to anybody, and you did. Thank you. You have successfully subscribed. Subscribe to newsletters. Subscribe by signing up. I agree to the terms and privacy policy and to receive emails from Jagan News. Deal of the day cheaper than Prime Day. Score 50 off this iRobot Vacuum View deal. Check our latest news in Google News. Follow us. Check our latest news in Apple News. Follow us. You have successfully subscribed. By signing up, I agree to the terms and privacy policy and to receive emails from Jagan News. Check our latest news in Google News. Check our latest news in Apple News. McDermott took their relationship issues public in November 2023, telling the Daily Mail that his issues with alcohol led to the brokenness of their marriage. In the tell-all interview, he also threw some digs at Spelling, claiming they started sleeping in separate rooms because she let their animals into their bed. The actress addressed the story for the first time on Monday's podcast. The pig was in the bed in 2017 when I was pregnant. We had a baby pig, and that baby pig, they told me that it needs to be in a bed. Spelling said with a laugh. I was just following orders that it was used to snuggling and it needed that for a few nights. But then when it peed between us in the bed, he was like, the pig's leaving the bed. And I was like, understood. That was the only night the pig was in the bed. Despite the back and forth that misspelling may cause, McDermott told reporters last week that he and Spelling were good. A source also told us that both parties think the divorce is the right move. At the end of the day, they realize divorce is what's best for everyone, the source said.